Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another set of Genshin Impact reactions. Today we have Evening's Ease and Strength in Motion. Both of these are requested by a lot of people, of course, but namely Harshit, the comment that made it popular. Now, I have learned my lesson from the last set that I'm not going to anticipate that it's all going to be Archangelo Chen. I'm just going to assume that these are all from here on out going to be various people. Maybe it's Archangelo Chen again, but I don't really know, especially with that last one proving me to be wrong in that respect, even though I was kind of half right because it wasn't technically him. Point aside, still not there. Also, side note before we get going here, I am planning on playing Genshin like at the beginning of August. So keep an eye out about that coming in the near future, about exactly what day and what time I'll get to it. But if you've been excited for me to try Genshin, that'll be the day I do, and I'll probably still play it a few times unless I absolutely hate it, but I doubt that'll happen. So all that aside, and without further ado, let's go. Ooh. Oh, got the shaker. Oh. Okay. It's got the Latin feel right off the bat. Ooh, ooh, jazzy. We love the muted trumpet. Ooh, it's kind of samba-y. Hey! Ooh, kind of salsa flavored. It's so smooth. Ooh, that's far too short for how vibey that was. I need that on repeat for sure. My brain definitely went through a few different genres when I was first hearing that. At first I was like, ooh, it's got a little bit of a samba. Then I was like, oh wait, no, it's not samba. It's got to be salsa. And then I was like, something feels different. Maybe a bossa a little bit. It definitely has some bossa nova in there. Maybe that's where my brain was thinking samba. Some Latin genres can be very difficult to pin down because a lot of them share very many similarities. So it definitely took me through the ringer trying to figure out exactly what that vibe was. But then once it hit me, I was like, oh yeah, that's like, it's like a salsa bossa sort of mix. It's like a hybrid fusion blend. I love that though. Very dance worthy, you know, just like this is the type of thing you would hear in a club, like in the background maybe, but still definitely worth like swinging your hips and just kind of standing there vibing with people. It's just, oh, such a good casual vibe to it. I wouldn't say this is like a super heavy party song by any means, but perfect for a club scene where a bunch of people are standing around kind of doing the two-step, you know, just kind of talking to each other. Very loungy, and I really like that. It feels great. I'm not entirely sure where this would fit in the world. Maybe a loungy sort of place. Again, it has that lounge vibe to it, so potentially a place that you're supposed to kick back and relax a little bit. There's no real active threats. Either like, I don't know, a town square or something would probably fit with this, or maybe something like a shopping center, because bossa has been used for shopping centers, especially in the US, for so many decades at this point. Everyone just kind of hears bossa and they either think elevator music or storefront music, and I can't exactly blame them, and that's kind of what this was. So maybe there's a little bit of that, but it was just simple. It was fun. It was free. It had a lot of fun to it. It had the usual things you'd expect out of this vibe and out of the genre. There wasn't anything notably like different or super unique about it, but it doesn't have to be, especially if it's going to be a background song. You play this on loop. You can play this on loop for hours. Like I said, after that short little exposure to it, I was like, ooh, more please. I want to chill for longer. And this song would loop perfectly to allow for that. It has enough moments where it introduces new things and takes stuff away, and it just kind of keeps the energy at this constant middle ground that doesn't feel like you're getting too involved, but it also doesn't feel boring at the same time. It's kind of the reason I think they started using bossa in places like malls, because you want to keep that vibe there, but you don't want to overwhelm people while they're just sitting around waiting for things to happen, you know? So I think this works really well, but I also don't think there's too much to talk about about within it. They did have the triangle in there. That's always an undersung little piece of percussive instrument. So like the triangle, that ting 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 that was in the background, that's somebody like constantly playing and muting a triangle. It's something that a lot of bossa uses, but just nobody thinks about the triangle, man. The triangle is an instrument for the champions, you know? Nobody ever talks about it. So here I am talking about it, but I need to get into strength and motion because I want to see if that's similar or if it's a completely different sound altogether. Oh! Oh. Moving from like a salsa bossa to a tango. Okay. I mean, still very much the same regional inspiration and source location. But we chillin' now. I think the thing I love about tango is that it can be very dancey or it can be very atmospheric. It's kind of similar to the bossa in that way, actually. But there's more intensity to a tango. It's got a little bit more bravado to it. I love that. One part went up, the other part went down. Little counter melody there. Ooh. Oh, fun way to end it there too. So like I said, both of these genres can be used in very casual locations, but also very intense ones depending on what you want to do with it. Like, depending entirely on what the vibe of the scene is, it can be something that's played in the background and you don't really think about too much, or it can have a lot of presence and a lot of meaning and be kind of dancey and energetic. For again, this one, it feels a little bit more like they want it to be something that's presenting somebody. It sounds like the background of like, oh, this person is important or this event is important. The other one was much more casual, like it's something happening off hours, you know, like after hours, there's not really many people around, you know, like the bars have closed and you're just kind of chilling, you know. This one, it's a little more blanketed in pride in that way, whereas the last one would be the after hours feel. Like I said, this one really feels like somebody has shown up and they're important, whoever it is, or they're at least presenting themselves to be important. They feel like somebody walked in, you're just like, oh, now all eyes are on them, all attention to them. So it's a completely different energy here, even though they can be used in a similar way. This still feels casual, but definitely feels more like something where somebody important showed up, but they don't want you to think of them as somebody important. It's a little bit more like, well, there's the presence, but they're a people person, you know, way more down to earth than what you would anticipate out of somebody who is looking for that bravado and wants to strut their stuff, you know, like not as much peacocking as it is like, oh, well, they're important, let's respect that, but also kind of a vibe, you know? Like, I feel like I could actually sit down and talk to this person. I don't know if this is for a person or an event. It's just the energy that makes me feel like it's a person, but with the other one feeling more like it's an event space or a location, maybe that's the case here. Maybe there's something going on with this song that's kind of mirrored with the other one, maybe. Maybe that's like the same area, but after hours. Maybe this one is whatever event would be happening during the day or some sort of a setup for something. I'm not sure, but I do like it. The fact that they used these genres interchangeably like this and allowed them to play to their strengths at different points, and they definitely present themselves like that, one feeling like it's a lot more relaxed versus the other, but they're still very relaxed altogether. But much like the other one, there's also not too much in this one that I haven't already talked about with the other songs that were tango and flamenco, so like, I can't really dig into this as much as I would like to because I've basically already said it all. So if you want to hear hear me get into all of that, you can definitely go watch the other videos. I just don't want to retread the same ground I've already talked about, because that feels insincere to just like drag out the video longer with the exact same information every single time. So I want to keep these isolated just to the opinions of the songs that they are. And if you want to hear me get into more about it, definitely go to those. And really, I think that's all I've got to say on this one. So thank you all so very much for watching. Thank you, Harshit, for putting this in, and everyone who voted on it to get them there. These are very nice pieces to hear, these like more background world building songs that give me a good idea and picture of what the landscape is like and what the communities around them may be like. So that's always fun to me. If you have something else you want me to get to, by all means, drop it down in the comments below, and I will do my best always to get to those. And of course, if you just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, including the live stream of me trying out Genshin coming soon within the next few weeks, then you know how to do all that, and I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!